Welcome to Talking Comics. We have Kate Windels with us. It's lovely to have you with us. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, God.
The hardest question ever. No, there's harder ones.
It's just so broad. Like, oh, where do I start?
All right, I want like the day you were born, your mother's maiden name.
All right, so Paula gave birth to me. I'm a comic book artist, full-time, always have been. Wanted to do nothing else since age 10, so that's a relief it's working out. I have been full-time comic creating for it's like hard to say because like it's been really hard full-time for like a year, and then I was freelance for like 5 years before that, which was like spotty. But I always just tell everyone I'm a comic artist no matter how much work I'm doing, and I can just lie. I have a comic book coming out, which is what this is about. The Devil in the Herd is my new Western horror comic. I live in New Mexico, so I have a lot of Western and Southwest inspiration, which was part of the inspiration behind it. I really like horror things because there's something wrong with me. And stuff
Nothing
like
wrong
that.
with that.
I think it's perfectly fine. But, you know.
A lot of people love it. They love horror stuff. There's
You
nothing
know,
wrong
you
with
tell
horror.
people your like comfort movie is the thing, and they're like, "Oh, are you like okay at home?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course."
Yeah,
They
of
used all
course.
practical effects in it. Did you know that?
My mom was that weirdo that showed me Silence of the Lambs when I was like 10. So I grew up watching that kind of stuff. Hannibal Lecter is like my favorite.
Yeah, because he's so cool. I got to see, it's not a horror movie, but it is, but I got taken to see The Passion of the Christ at age 8 in theaters. Which is like, they're like, oh yeah, that's a really religious movie. It's like, it's torture porn the whole way through. It really is.
That's the new one. Torture porn for that. That's great.
Yeah. So here I am writing comic books about actual Satan hunting down cowboys in the Southwest. I don't know how else this could have happened.
I read the preview that you sent me, and it was amazing, and I can't wait. But I am a sucker for Western books, so
yeah,
like
I think
my
they were
favorite
too overdone in the 50s, and now they're coming back. So
I will give it that, because like when I was a kid, that's all my dad would watch, and I watched a lot of Westerns with my dad. The Rifleman, Bonanza, all of it, Gunsmoke.
Good stuff.
But it's been a while. It's been 30 years since I've watched a real good Western. So now I read like Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger and stuff like that, and I love those books. And then there was, I don't know, do you know the Cowboys of Moo Mesa? To find it, it's so good. It was a cartoon when I was a kid, but now they turned it into like a 4-issue comic run. It was amazing.
Perfect. I always like it when they're short runs. So
yeah, is yours just a one shot, right?
it is a one shot. Like I originally planned, because I have a lot of stories in my head, I was like, oh, I'll make this part of like an anthology book, and it'll be part of like a bunch of horror stories for me. But like the more I thought about it, the more it's like, well, I just want to release it on its own. Like I haven't done anything yet at that point and stuff. It's like I'm like in the process of still proving myself, like I can make something small. I don't have to make a giant big series kind of deal. So I just decided like I'll just start pitching it to publishers and see who's interested. And Invader called back like the day of, which was cool.
The day you sent it?
Yeah, like the day, or like it was either like the day or like 2 days after. Like Mike emailed me like, this looks really cool, and your like pitch packet's so cohesive, and you like actually tell us what it's about. And I'm like, do people not do that in their pitches? Like,
no, they don't.
Yeah, apparently not.
Well, and I mean, don't get me to like, I'm no expert at any of this because I've never done a pitch, but I'm learning. I love learning about this whole process and talking with like other creators and what they've done to pitch. But then you sent me that whole packet, and it's like, man, this is really good. I'm gonna steal this.
I'll
It's like
send you the whole packet of how it's laid out if you want, but
that
it's
would be
just
awesome.
like you want them to like your story, so show them the story. Like
Right.
another thing I keep hearing from publishers and like more established writers, it's like, hey, you're sending out like your 50 issue like magnum opus comic. No one wants that right
Nobody
now.
wants that.
No one, like, you're nobody yet. Like you can do that if you're like Alan Moore, I guess, but he doesn't fucking do that anymore. So bad
Right.
example.
Yeah, nobody wants like I think that's the cool thing I've seen coming from Invader. They're taking those one shots or those 4, 6, 8 issue arcs, that are a complete story. Like the Digger will be 4 issues, and
Yeah.
I think Do
Because,
Not
well, people
Disturb
like
6.
trades more and stuff like that. Like, trades sell better than floppies, and that's okay.
I'm learning that, and I, I never wanted to ever admit this, but I'm enjoying reading the trades more than the floppies.
Yeah. Like, okay, like, I buy a lot of floppies because
Me
that's
too.
just like, that's who comic people are. But, like, casual readers, it's like, no, I'd like the whole story right now in my hands, please, which is completely reasonable.
Right. I bought my daughter 7 yesterday. We went to the comic shop and she got 7
Excellent.
new trades. It's
Good
like,
dad. Good dad.
yeah, the lady, she bought 4 Sailor Moon books and 3 Harley books trades. And I bought 1 Thor for me because, I'm a Thor fan. Um, and the lady at the counter was like, "Oh, I see strong female characters." I'm like, "Yeah, for her,
Yeah,
whatever she
goddamn
wants."
right. Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, and this Thor book." I was like, "That's for me." She's like, "Oh,
Lame. See, like, I was the opposite way. It's like I'd never read the female character books because I really liked the really masculine ones. Like, oh, like, I'll take that Wolverine book and that Punisher book. And I, I'm a bad female comic ally as a woman. I am so terrible because I'm just like, oh, can I have the hyper masculine, bloody, and problematic male characters? That's the one. That's it. So
well, we got She-Hulk now.
I
You have
do.
an earthquake and
She is my favorite female comic, like, superhero. So
are you reading the new one, the Planet She-Hulk?
no, I got the first
I'll
one
cut this.
because I adore I adore Stephanie Phillips so much. I got the first one. I haven't been to the comic shop in like a month and a half because I'm such a bad ally to comics. I don't create them or anything, so who cares? But I'm way behind on my comic reading. My to be read pile is embarrassing.
Yeah, mine is too. It's behind me on the floor. Eventually it's gonna overtake the background, just pile of comics.
Yeah, I'll read them one day. I swear.
Yeah, I swear I will. I've been reading I read a lot. Unfortunately, it's good, but I've been reading all the older stuff. Like I
Me
have this whole
too.
goal this year of reading. I'm reading the original Thor run. The Journey
Ooh,
into Mystery, and then like
that's a
I got
lot.
one left actually of the Journey, and then I go into the Mighty Thor, and yeah, I've got all these books I started this year. There's the first 3. I'm reading the
Perfect.
4th. I'll finish tonight, and then behind my chair over here, I got like the omnibuses and more trades for Thor.
Perfect.
I
My
hide
my
those.
my goal this year was to read all the original, well, not like do it in a year, but start reading all the original X-Men. So I read 3 X-Men omnibuses this year and like a bunch of other trades, but like, oh, like 2,000 pages of X-Men is a lot.
That is a lot of
Yeah.
reading. I'm reading like 1
It's
issue a day is what I'm trying, and trying to read my weekly pulls too,
mm-hmm.
and read for the podcast too. You got to
Yeah.
read your stuff. So,
There you
which
go.
is
Yeah.
amazing, by the way.
Which you better have read. Okay, good.
I did. I
It
did
is
read it.
amazing. So
Quiz me on the mermaid one. I just read it right before the show. But,
oh, what do I
no
quiz?
quarter. No, I'm kidding. Does he ever get brought back later on in
No, of
life?
course not.
No?
Like
Okay.
like more realistically, I should have named that maybe like 1 quarter. maybe, but I don't think that's a term people know.
No, no,
I
I
don't think
thought it
that's an
was really
actual
good.
thing. Good. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Stephanie's running the Daredevil, or sorry, yeah, she's doing Daredevil too. But the She-Hulk, we had her on. She was on with me and my daughter, and it was amazing. So
Oh, so
she was
cool.
really cool
Yeah.
with my daughter because my daughter's loves Harley Quinn, and that was the first book she found was a Harley Quinn, and she bought it, and it was a Stephanie Phillips Harley Quinn, and um, yeah, she's now nonstop. She's got 4 boxes of comics over there. It's crazy.
Perfect. Good. Raising them right.
I'm trying. I try. I don't know if I'm succeeding, but I try.
Oh, you'll
So,
find out in like 20 years if you succeeded.
yeah, I have a 24-year-old daughter too, so it's rough, but it's all right. She'll get there. So you said you started at 10? What
Pretty
did you start?
much.
Drawing or
What
doing comics, or
it
how did that work?
was, yeah. Well, I've always been drawing. I was always the kid that drew, like, since I could hold a pencil. And I always, like, told people, it's like, I want to be an artist. And, like, that's a broad category, but you don't have to have your career picked by age 8, so it's fine. Um, I
How
I
about
grew up.
25?
Probably then, probably.
Okay. Just asking for a friend.
Good. I So I did not read comic books when I decided I wanted to be a comic book artist, because I lived on a very rural farm that was 30 miles away from any town, and none of those towns had comic book stores. But I watched all of the 90s cartoons, and I watched all of the Spider-Man movies were just coming out at that time. And I read the newspaper funnies. Those were like the most comics I read, but like no like floppies or books or anything. And one day I was watching the special features of Spider-Man 1, the Tobey Maguire movie, and they talked about who Steve Ditko was and Jack Kirby and like how they all made Spider-Man, and I was like, that's it. That's it right there. Perfect. Because all I drew was superheroes, but I didn't draw them in stories yet because I like was 10 and couldn't conceive that someone was drawing the stories. So like that day, I drew like 20 different superhero characters that totally weren't ripoffs of Marvel heroes. And that's like how I decided I wanted to do comics. And the first comics I read were actually from my elementary library. So I read the 90s run of Spider-Girl and a bunch of Power Pack team-up comics, and those are my first comic books.
And you said you didn't support the female characters. You did Spider-Girl.
I know, she's my favorite spider person to this day because she was like my first one. Because I loved Spider-Man, and then it's like there's a Spider Girl. What? So
That's
it was exciting.
that is one of the coolest things Stan Lee ever said was like Spider-Man could be anybody, like underneath the mask. Like you don't need to
Yeah,
know who he is or what he looks like. It was pretty cool.
I know, it's so exciting to see all the different spider stuff coming out with the Spider-Verse. It's like, oh, there's just whatever you want.
Whatever you want. It can be whoever you want. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
What did so when did you start you started, then putting them into stories then as well?
Yeah, I made little mini comics that I handed out to my classmates of my own characters and stuff like that. So they were so tiny, AJ. They were like 3 inches by 5 inches, and I would draw that tiny in them. And I'd be like, well, I don't know how comic artists do this, like not knowing they draw like huge and it gets shrunk down and things like that. But that's when I started like making cohesive stories. Essentially, was in like sixth, fifth grade.
Awesome. My daughter started doing some drawing. She did a cover for the book that we're doing. Um, and she's working on writing, so I'm excited. We'll probably end up publishing one just by her. That'll be really cool. So when did you get your first job in art or drawing or
Art, painting chairs for my grandma's church when I was 15. I guess that technically counts.
that
Yeah,
counts?
I painted a bunch of chairs for an auction, and I painted a high chair that was Dr. Seuss themed and stuff like that. I'm trying to think when it was like official. My first graphic novel, I started working with a writer out of college. Oh, I have it right here. Um, this was my first graphic novel. I started it in college. It was my senior project.
That's cool.
And yeah, Refrigerator Girl, I'm sure you've heard that term before. But that got published or started releasing to the public at least like 4-ish years ago. It took me like 4 years to draw because I kept redrawing it because like right after college, my style changed a lot because I had a lot more time to draw. So I had to like redraw it like twice. Yeah. Not the whole thing, just select pages.
So like they redo them.
Yeah.
Where do
Yeah.
you where did you sell it?
We it was she found a publisher called Anvil at the time. Jennifer did, but she's the main distributor, so she like sells it at cons and stuff, and I have my own books and I haven't been to a convention with it yet, so I will be selling it myself at Emerald City in a few months.
Yeah, it's what, 2 months away, right? Or not even.
Yeah, like a month.
Like a month away.
I
Yeah.
have to order prints still, but that's okay.
All right, make a list, order prints.
I know, I
I'm the
know.
same way. I have to order prints, books. Well, I got one page left coming, but I'm working on the layout and all that. And I've got a whole list over here on my other screen of stuff I
I
have to
know.
do.
Like getting the prints ordered should be the easiest part, but it will take me 2 months for sure.
Well, I hope not, because you only have like 5 weeks to
I
go.
know. The plan is to get them done this week, so we'll be fine. I'm just dragging my ass.
So what is your style? What do you need around you when you do art?
When I do art,
Yeah, when you make your art.
well, you can see my office is fully decked out. I have all of my little comfort collector items. My cat's usually on my desk, so she's my manager. She keeps me on task. Um, I need specific music, and you can't see it over here, but there's a banjo right next to my desk that I play, and
Sweet.
that's my art breaks. I need breaks to take my art, so anything to exercise my hands more.
Where did
But
you come up with the idea for the devil in the herd?
I have like absolutely no idea. Religious trauma is probably the main. No, we won't go into that. Like I said, I live in the Southwest. I absolutely adore westerns and cowboys. I grew up on a farm and whatnot, so that's like my exposure to like cattle and things like that. But I really like the idea of like actual Satan being your antagonist. I think it's really fun. I like a lot of the old folk stories about like Satan interacting and a lot of Southern Gothic stories. Like we've all heard the like story of like the devil at the crossroads and things like that. So I just thought it'd be fun to have him just kind of play around with him being like a sense of dread, essentially, is what he is in the comic. Like he has a big monologue at the end and stuff like that, as any good antagonist would, but I I just thought he's a cool villain.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Go into how you approached getting it published.
I asked a lot of people and one said yes. No,
That boils down to
I
pretty
mean, that's
simple.
like literally all it was. Like, it got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm like half done with drawing it. I have enough to show around. I feel confident in the style. So I just put the packet together. I made my own little spreadsheet of who I'm sending it out to, and I just sent it to a bunch of people in 2 weeks. Um, but it's really like you have to have things to show people in comics. It's a visual medium, and that's like the main thing. Because I've heard of a lot of people like pitching just stories, and I'm like, how though? Like,
Right.
you need to look at it.
It's a comic's visual, not, yeah.
Yeah.
It's that's where I think, there's some people out there like Stephanie Phillips. She does a really good job of sharing on her TikToks and stuff of the process, right? And
Yeah.
stuff like that. I think there
Because
should be
like
more of that.
no one thinks about it with comics, like how they're made. Like whenever I people get really excited when I tell them I'm a comic book artist, and then I tell them like how it's done, and they're like, I've never thought about that once. And I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of steps, it's a lot of processes. Like, people don't realize comics are usually made by like multiple people and things like that. Not mine,
Right?
but
I'm
other
sure you did it
other
all
one.
yourself.
I did it all. I can only trust myself.
I
No.
am not a good artist, so I had to trust somebody else to do the artwork part. So
I mean, as long as you pay them.
yeah, I mean, I paid him, and we did paid for a cover, and then, well, actually, it's crazy. It started as fan art. He sent me a piece of fan art of our little mascot, and it's Panel Pete. He's a comic word bubble. And I was like, well, this is cool. I was like, why don't you do a cover for my book? And he was like, okay. So he did a cover, and then he sent that to me, and I was like, well, why don't you just do the whole book? And he's like, yeah.
Sure.
So he did the whole books with one page left. It's crazy to think we've been going at this for like 4 months, and we're almost done.
How
But
long
he
is
did all the
the
lettering. It's like 22 pages, something like that. 22 pages. Yeah. That black and white sketch is the original pencil sketch he sent me of the cover, which I thought was
That's
really cool.
awesome. That's
Um,
awesome.
I just got a piece of mail one day, and it was in there, and he's like, with a nice letter, and I was like, oh, dang, that was cool.
Oh, I think I would cry for like 2 hours if
I almost did. So I texted him right away. I was like, dang it, man, you're not supposed to make me cry.
How
So,
dare you?
right? How dare you? And then I've got the actual, I don't know. It's amazing, the whole process. But I did pay him, which is good. And
Good.
the
Pay
cool
your
thing we're
artists.
doing, a small town tucked inside a quiet comic shop. Something magical is waking up. Billy never felt like he belonged. A new school, a couple of bullies, and no real friends. But everything changes when he finds a forgotten comic in the dollar box. From the pages of a comic comes a tiny, shape-shifting hero determined to help Billy find his confidence. He whispers encouragement, he sneaks through the halls, and he shows Billy the hero he can become. Because sometimes all it takes is one unexpected friend to help you rewrite your story. From the dollar bin to the real world, the Chronicles of Panel Pete, an all-ages fantasy one-shot adventure. A story about courage, friendship, and the magic waiting in every comic shop. Created and written by A.J. Reimann. Illustrated and co-written by Mike Algier. Are you ready for issue 1? The cool thing we're doing is we're going to work on another issue. I was like, do you want to do it? He's like, nope. I was like, what? And he's like, I want somebody else to have the opportunity to get their first paid professional gig. And I'm like, well, dang, that makes sense. Because I guess this was his first. He's published some on his own. Like this, can barely see it. It's on the corner there, but he did that book. And I've got a couple more over there, but he did some on his own, but he never had like a paid gig, right? And so this was like a professional paid gig, which seems weird to say that I'm hiring professional, like I'm a professional gig giver.
But you never feel like a professional in comics. I know I don't yet.
There you go. So he was like, I have another girl that I know that wants to do, that needs a boost of confidence, for her artwork. And I'd love to have you talk to her and get her to do the next book so she gets her first experience as a professional gig. And I was like, that's actually kind of a cool idea.
That's really
I can
fucking
do
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
I don't need it to be the same everything, right? Like I'm even thinking about getting TS to write one of the stories for me because I'm not that great of a writer either, I don't think. But
I'm
whatever.
sure you're No.
Well, I've never done it before, right? I'm not a writer. I'm not a artist. I'm a math person and an entrepreneurial person, right? That's what I do. And it was Stephanie Phillips' videos that convinced me to start it, right? like I've been inspired by doing all these interviews and meeting all these creators. Like, man, I want to do this. I guess it's like fear of missing out. I don't know, but I just
Yeah.
jealousy. And
No, it could just
so I
be
was like,
FOMO.
FOMO. It's like I want to try it. And then I saw one of Stephanie's videos that was how she like lays out her script or her outline, and she's like,
Oh,
I just take a
the
piece of
20
1 through 20.
Yeah, I saw
I
that,
was
which
like,
is
I can do that. I was like,
yeah.
I'm good enough to do 1 through 20. So I did it one day at a notebook on my desk here and just wrote 1 through 20 and just started writing it. And then I went to Seattle earlier this year, I guess last year now. And I had like a 6-hour plane ride there and back. So I had like 11 hours in a plane. And I was like, that's the time I'm going to write the script. So I did. I took
That's
the
yeah. You're
notebook and
trapped in a tube, you have to.
right. I was just sitting in a seat for, 11 hours. So I was like, and I wrote the script and then I sent it to Mike. And here we are 4 months later. I'm going to have a comic book, which is crazy.
That's so
But
awesome.
so I'll be able to, I was inspired, and more people should do videos. You should do videos like that, and how you
I
did your
know.
pitch to Invader
I
or
could
all of
try.
them.
I do need to meet because I'm like I had a bunch of pre-made content for like promoting it, and I wanted to like start dropping it a bunch before the Kickstarter launched. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm kind of running out of ideas. So that's a good point. How
Well,
to
you could
make
do
it.
that. How to make your comic, how I made the comic, or you- I'll give you some. You can have some clips from here. The shows you do. I'm sure you're gonna do other podcasts too.
Probably they just haven't been lined up yet.
Okay.
I think that's Keith's job to do for me, so he needs to do a little more work and get off his ass for me.
Well, tell them that you had to go out and find this one on your own. No.
Yeah, jeez, guys.
No. I felt like, I felt like Mike would have just connected us anyway. I just kind of beat him to the
Yeah,
punch. So
sure.
I was like,
I let him know beforehand. I'm like, is this okay? And he was like, yeah, of course it is. He does all the interview. Why are you asking? No, I'm kidding.
Did you ask him though? Was he okay? He
I
was okay
did,
with it?
yeah, it was like kind of ask. I already had said yes because I figured it was fine because you interview all the other Invader
Right.
people. But like he was like, hey, are you gonna promote more? And I was like, yes. Also, I'm doing this interview. Is that fine? Basically, I make
Cool.
everything sound like it's annoying. It's not.
No.
No.
What inspiration would you give others?
For like
Creators.
for making their
Other creators.
comics, you
Sure.
just like gotta fucking do it, honestly. Like I meet so many people who's like, oh, I just feel like I'm not good enough yet, or like it's intimidating. Comics are incredibly intimidating, I think, and finishing a comic is incredibly hard, kind of. But that kind of keeps people from doing it in general, because as like a creator or a creative person, like imposter syndrome is like kind of half of your personality. Like you were just talking about how you're a terrible writer, but you have a comic coming out in like a month, dude. Like shut up. Like shut up. You made something. Like geez,
I
I'm
love
so
this. I love this so much.
it's just like I of course personally deal with a bunch of imposter syndrome, and I have a bunch of friends who are like my professional hype men that make me feel good about myself, which is amazing because that's what friends are for, exclusively, no other reason. And it's just there's so many people that talk to me like, I wish I could do what you do, and it's like, well, you can.
100%.
You can, guys. I've been working at it for a long time, of course, and I've been very blessed being able to do it full time. But like you can make it like more than a hobby if you want to. And you can find people to help you make what you want to make. Like it's just I'm so fucking tired of people being like, "Oh, I wish I could." And then they just go watch like TV for like 12 hours. I swear to God, I'll fight all of them. I'm so tired.
I can't, it's so hard for me to watch TV. Like the only time I can watch something now is when I'm like eating a meal. I'll have it on
Yeah,
my
I
TV or
have
my
to be
phone,
doing something when I watch. I can't just
Right.
sit there with my hands doing nothing on the couch.
Right.
Ew.
I haven't sat on a couch. Well, I mean, I slept on a couch last night because it's, I'm iced in, but I haven't sat on a couch to watch TV in like I don't remember when I'm on vacation, I guess. But even then, I'm like, I can't.
I can't
But you're
know.
so right, though. Like, it is so weird to feel like I have a comic that I wrote. You know, I didn't draw it, but you know, I did a cover for it. So there's that.
There's some.
Um,
You wrote it. That's a
I
lot.
right. You just have to do it and pay for it. I
I
did that
know.
too. So that's
I
that's the
know.
hardest part is for a lot of people, I'm sure, is the paying for it. Because
Yeah,
it's not cheap.
you get asked to do a lot of free labor as a comic artist, and it's just, for a few people, I have to lay it out like, hey, you're asking me to do hundreds of hours of work. You have to give me something.
Right. So how do you do this full time now?
I got really lucky. Um, so I work full time for my company is called VeeFriends Comics. We do like all age comics. Oh, do you actually know them? Oh, I'll have to send you a bunch of blind bags now.
Like these V friends?
Yeah. So I
You
drew that
work for
one.
So you know
That's me.
Gary V. So which
Yeah.
one? Which one?
The ninja one, the Harpic one. Like you can see where I'm pointing. So the two that are in front of you, those are mine. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
The
the team is just gonna love this for content at VeeFriends. Oh yeah, I drew that one too.
I have 2 through 7.
Yeah, I
have
drew
2, 3, 4.
four. I drew
Yeah,
four,
I have
6,
two
and
twos.
7, and 9 just came out, which is my favorite one I drew because I got to write it as well.
I haven't got 7. I don't have 7. I don't have yeah, I have two I have 2 copies of 2. One open, no. 4.
And you haven't
I have
opened the
2
bags yet.
I have 2, yeah, none of them are open.
Well, now you have to. Now you have to.
I have to? Oh god.
No, I won't make you.
I don't know, but I have, yeah, so I don't have, can you send me issue 1? Do you have issue 1?
I don't have issue 1. I'm sorry.
Yeah, number 2's open.
Yeah. None of them are tied together. They're all their own
3.
independent stories, if that's what
Are
you're
they?
worried
Okay.
about. They are,
I think
yeah.
4 might, no, 4's not open.
That was my
I have
first one I drew for them.
2 4s, and then I don't know how I ended up with 2 4s. I don't remember. Oh, that's awesome. So I was gonna mention Gary V a few minutes ago because like he's like he's been my longest inspiration for years because I started as in 2010 I started a little publishing company. I was publishing books. My wife had wrote books and I started publishing for other people, which was really weird because I was not a writer then.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
good job. There you go.
I was not a writer then, and I was the math entrepreneurial thing. And I had lost my job. I was a machinist. The business closed down. Literally, like I went into work at 7:30 in the morning, 9:30. There's no business. I'm nothing. And I went back to school for a couple years and did some architectural technology to kind of fit the machining thing. And I did a lot of CAD drawing and stuff. And while I was in college, though, I started the little publishing thing, and then I turned it into a game store. It sold like board games and card games. Had a little comic rack, like a newsstand rack of comics. Had that until like 2016, and I sold it because my oldest daughter got into golf. Um, yeah, I sold it, lived on the money, and raised my daughter through high school, right? And then while she was in golf, we started helping this golf academy. Again, they were very small. I'm entrepreneurial. I wanted to help. I love doing that kind of stuff. So I helped them kind of grow the business, and I've been working for them. That's my day job. So it's like I'm still there 10 years later. But I was introduced to Gary V around that time, and he's so very motivational, and I listened to all his videos, and you know, he's the whole
he
just
talks
do it.
a lot.
I love it. And he's all over the place with just, you don't like your job, quit. You know how many times I've almost quit my job because of Gary Vee?
Don't do that. Like, don't. Look, he talks a lot, but not all the advice is great, bro.
Right. He's got plenty of money. He don't have to, work. I have to,
Yeah.
feed my kids.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's held me back is if it wasn't for the kids, I'd be sleeping outside, not on that couch last night.
Why are you sleeping on a couch?
No, so my studio / office, I work from home, but this is actually at my mother's house. My parents are elderly, so I moved my office over here this past summer so I can be here to help them.
Oh, that's awesome.
And with the ice storm that North Carolina got last night and today that's still falling, we're just staying here just so we didn't have to drive back and forth, and kids here, everybody's here. So I just slept on the couch just because I have a nice couch in my office.
I thought you got in trouble or something.
I don't get in trouble. No, I'm just kidding. So I just, it just was easier to sleep on the couch, and because I was up late till like 1 o'clock this morning just working on stuff. But that's so awesome that you've done VeeFriends, and
that's insane. I haven't met anyone in the wild that actually knows what it is. So.
Really?
Yeah.
That actually has them.
That actually has them. Which is crazy.
I don't have an NFT yet. I was close to getting an NFT and I didn't, just so I could be guaranteed to get the next copies. But then I missed 8 and 9. But
yeah, I don't have an NFT either. So,
well, when you
I
draw
can just
them,
make my What use is gold to the gold maker?
That is fabulous. So how did you get involved with that?
So I do you know
I
DJ
totally derailed
Kaufman?
it, sorry.
No, that's fine.
I've seen his videos.
Yeah,
he's
so
the one
DJ,
that writes it, right?
He does a lot of most of our writing, and he's our creative director now. So me and DJ, we're mutuals because we're like, he does comics, I do comics. Everyone who does comics on the internet kind of knows each other. And he has his Draw or Die. That's his like drawing community is Draw or Die, which is true. You should draw or you'll die. But I did his challenges and stuff like that, so we kind of knew each other as mutuals through that, and he really liked my work. Reached out to me after he got hired by VeeFriends because he was hired to like build their comic brand because that's what they wanted to move on through. So I did freelance. I did issue 4 for them. That was all freelance. I started talking to their creative team more. I did issue 6 freelance, and by then they're like, well, we can't possibly have her leave. So I got hired this summer full time. I was at their New York booth at New York Comic Con this year doing sketches and stuff like that. So we're just doing a lot of comics. They let me write my own full issue with whatever character I wanted, which was Kind Warrior. So it's just kind of like a cute Superman style-ish character comic that came out in December. So issue 9, like that's number 9. Issue 9 is that one. So yeah, they're my full-time day job is drawing comics while I draw my own comics at nighttime.
All right, pick one. I'm going to open one. I have 2 number 4s.
Yes. Right hand.
This is my right hand. Is this the one?
Yeah.
This one? Okay. I'm going to open it live.
That's the hand. Yes. Oh, the team
scared.
will love this.
You got to get me introduced to Gary Vee. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to.
Just come to the booth. It's fine.
Where's he going to be?
Well, we'll be at New York Comic Con for sure. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say, so I'll just let you know personally in a text.
Okay. All right. That'll work. All right. Here we go.
Here, I'll give you his personal phone number.
No. He texts me all the time, though. I get text from Gary Vee all day. Dang it. Come on.
I hate the blind bags. I'm so bad.
Yeah. All right. I think it's just an A cover. Nope.
Hey,
it is.
You got Mafu's cover.
It's the not supposed to be an A cover, but it is the A cover.
But
right?
it is.
This is the one they messed up on.
Yeah. My cover was supposed to be the A one, but they switched it, so now I'm the rare cover,
which is awesome.
Which is cool.
Look at that! Fun. There you are. Yeah. There's your name.
That's me!
That's
They
you.
misspelled it!
Did they really?
Yeah, they forgot the S at the end.
Gary V.
Gary.
It's Gary's fault.
You.
We're gonna blame
It
Gary.
is. It is
That's
Gary's
two
fault.
big mistakes then in this book.
I know. It was funny.
Right?
I was on a really tight deadline for the next book when this book was in production. So DJ just texted me. He's like, "Hey, Kate, I have bad news." And I was just like, "What? Is my deadline even worse?" Because I was like killing myself to get this comic done. And he's like, "Oh no, they mixed up the print run. So now you're the rare cover." And I'm like,
How
"I
is
don't
that bad
care,
news?
DJ. I don't come back with better news." Like, this was stupid to stress over.
Well, there's questionnaire getting to know Kate Windels. I'm gonna ask you these same questions.
Okay, let's see if they're the same answer.
When did you first? I already asked you this question. When did you
Yeah.
first start drawing comics seriously? Oh, I didn't add the serious part.
Seriously? I guess after college. Okay, I'll say during college, because I went to college for comics, and that seems serious. So, like, at age...
Both your answers are the correct.
Yes.
This is funny. I'm quizzing you.
It works, baby!
You said, yeah, because you said in here, handed them out in 6th grade. You did say that earlier.
I did.
And you started developing your own life during college. So, while pursuing a bachelor's degree in comic art, which I saw somebody, maybe it was you actually, because I was reading your website. I saw that. I'm like, that's a thing? You can go for just college or comic art?
It's a very rare thing, but it
That's
is.
amazing.
Yeah. We're one of the few programs in the country. You don't need to at all, but...
What school was it?
It's MCAD, the Minneapolis College of Art and Design. We have
Right.
really cool people.
I'm applying for the fall semester.
Perfect. Yeah, they have Dan Jurgens come in all the time since he's an alumni, so I got to meet him, which was cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. It's a cool place.
I'm going to ask you that question later.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good question. I was going to ask you this question anyway.
Okay,
what would
go
be
on.
your biggest tip for someone learning to write or draw comics?
It's probably finding the comics that you like already and kind of making your own versions of those. I'm finding, but you just, like I said earlier, you just kind of gotta fucking do it. Just do it.
All right, what's your advice for somebody like me? So I was good at drawing. I was president of the art club in my senior year of high school. I was voted vice president, but the president no longer came to that school, and I became president. We won't go into how that went down.
Well, sounds spicy.
But I was good at like looking at like a building and drawing the building. You know, I could never draw like faces or people. Never tried that. Really.
See, I'm the opposite way. I never got good at drawing buildings, I think, until like 5 years ago. But like person exclusively drawing, yes, no background. Person in white void, always.
Always? Yeah.
Always.
But what would be your not excuse, your advice? Excuse, that's funny. For somebody that wants to learn to draw, where would they start?
There's a lot of ways you can start. I know a lot of people. I know I said draw what you like earlier, which is like true, but like a lot of like some of my nieces, they'll just draw like a bunch of anime eyes, and it's like, well, that's cool and that's fine, but that's not making you better. So you gotta start kind of understanding some fundamentals, go to some figure drawing classes and things like that, which I regularly still go to a figure drawing class just to keep me loose and with it, just like, because you'll start understanding how like the human body moves, and then you start learning things like perspective, and then you start to see it everywhere else, and that in turn will make you better. So like, you of course unfortunately have to start at the fundamentals and things like that, and I think from there you kind of learn how to break the rules the way you want. You find a cartooning style, and things like that. Like, I don't feel like I personally have a style at all, but everyone's like, no, you definitely do, which everyone does. But like, you just kind of organically find a way you like to draw, which is your base of fundamentals and then like a mishmash of everything you really like. My favorite comic creator is Mike Mignola, and Hellboy's my favorite thing ever. It's very evident in certain things I draw that I really like that. So just, you become an amorphous Frankenstein of everything you like,
I love
essentially.
that.
Yeah.
So take art classes. They've got to have them at like community colleges and stuff, like
Yeah, my
continuing
local
ed
art
classes.
store has them in the back room, man. Like, come on. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna find an art class. I'm gonna learn to draw.
Do figure drawing classes, please.
Figure drawing classes. Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to look at a naked person, but that's fine.
Okay, I'm out. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're fine.
I'm just kidding. I'm now looking at all your art now. This is amazing. I have it in my hands.
That's
Sorry.
so cool. Yeah.
The
The Harpic
wizard.
store. Yeah, I loved drawing the wizard in that story.
That's funny because my next story is going to be a wizard story. I'm going to do the origin of Panel Pete.
Ah, let me know if you need a cover artist.
Yes. Can I afford you?
Probably. I'll give you a good rate.
Okay, cool. Yes, I would love to have a cover done by you. That would be amazing. I'm going to do, it's really funny because when we're in the middle of the comic, my comic is set inside a comic shop, or there's parts of my story are inside a comic shop. So Panel Pete lives inside a comic. He's a comic word buttable. There's this boy who's bullied, having a bad day. He walks into he's walking by comic shop, walks in, buys some comics, finds Panel Pete in the dollar box. And that scene or that panel, my artist, Mike, he's like, so what's on the cover of that book that he lives in? And I'm like, I don't know. So we had this really cool discussion, creative discussion on like what book does Panel Pete live in. So we decided that it was going to be his origin story, and it'd have like a wizard like fighting a dragon on it, and it would be like called The Wizard's Bad Day because like he accidentally creates Panel Pete like out of his spell book or something. So
Oh, that's fun.
so that's going to be the next book. And the other cool thing that I love telling people is, what books are on the shelf when you're reading a comic book and there's a scene inside a comic shop. What books are on the shelf in that book?
Ooh.
Right?
Well, I just mentioned Hellboy, and I'd have Hellboy on the book, so.
So what I did is everybody or a lot of the people that I've interviewed, I asked them to use their covers as covers on the shelf in my book.
And they're doing fun.
So that's like a little homage to like the indie community, right? Stephanie Phillips let me put Grimm in there. That was pretty cool. And I haven't read it yet. I need to get it and read it. But
please read Grimm.
Is it good? I hear it's really good.
I mean, it is getting a TV show now, so it's gotta be
So I should just wait for the TV show, right? That's what I used to be that guy. I used to be that person that I would tell everybody, like, if there's a 2-hour movie, I'm going to go see that versus taking 10 hours to read a book, right? Now that I'm reading
me too.
all these comics, it's like, okay, I get it. The stories can be better, but whatever.
I guess.
And now I have a VeeFriends creator on my podcast. That's so freaking crazy.
That's awesome.
I never thought that would be, because I've reached out to him about being on the pod. He don't respond.
I bet I'll ask DJ. I bet he'd love to be.
I'm pretty sure I reached out to DJ about, maybe I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I thought about doing it.
I'll put in a good word for you then.
I appreciate it because, I love Gary Vee. And like I said, I've been watching his content for 10 years. He's been very motivational in my life. Or inspirational. I don't know what the word is. See, I'm not a writer. I don't know words. Oh, wait. We got more questions.
Right.
By the back of the book. I'm so distracted now. Your Harpic character design is one of the most transformational in VeeFriends history. Why is it transformational?
Because it's designed after my cat.
Uh-huh.
I have a very fluffy cat, Dahlia, who's usually on my desk like 12 hours a day. She's not right now, otherwise I'd show you. But I think she's really cute and she's really pretty and she's fun to draw, and if you make everything fluffier, it's much more fun and loose to draw, so that's why the Harpic looks like that in the comic.
Gotcha. I'm
Yeah.
looking through it now. Like, that's pretty cool. We'll have to show it off. This is it, right?
That's him. That's my cat.
That's awesome. With the wings.
He's cute. Yeah, and she has wings and horns in real life, too, so...
I really gotta meet this cat.
I'm sorry, she's in the other room.
Sorry. Yeah, it's like Bigfoot. Like, it exists, but, you never can see it.
Well, you don't
Besides
believe
drawing awesome comics, do you do anything else creative? That's a great question. Who did this interview?
Somebody. I think it's our copywriter, Quamel, that did... No, he wasn't. I'll find out. I do cosplay a lot. I don't finish a lot of them, but I start a lot of them. I play banjo as well. I play a few instruments, and I'm trying to get better at singing. Not sure if I am, but that's something we all want usually. Just a lot of crafting and knitting. I knitted the thing I'm wearing right now, so I have to just always be doing something with my hands. It keeps me off my phone. So
That's a good point. I never thought
yeah.
of it that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps you off
Main
your
reason
phone.
to take up knitting is you can watch TV while still doing something with your hands.
Being creative.
Yeah.
I always have to be creative. And this podcast is really, when I sold my store in 2016, I had it, and then I helped this company, the golf company, kind of helped them out. But then they sold to a corporate entity 4 years ago, and it's been a living nightmare since.
I'm sure.
So I absolutely hate it now. But I really needed to do something for myself and creative again. And this podcast has really helped me. And then obviously doing the comic book, now I love it. But you mentioned cosplay. What do you make all your own outfit stuff?
Used to. This year I've bought one for the first time, so I was the Invisible Woman. And I made my husband dress up as Mr. Fantastic. And those were the first full cosplays I fully bought. It felt kind of dirty.
Well, you're wearing that in this book. Your picture in the back of the book.
That was my first rendition of it, where they hadn't released any cheap costumes from China yet. So I'm
Okay.
I'll just find a sweater combo that looks right. But yeah, I am dressed up as the Invisible Woman in that book, because Fantastic Four were my childhood favorite, and I'm fully in love with Ben Grimm, the Thing. So having the resurgence of the movie this year was oh, Fantastic Four is my personality this year. That's fine. Kind of deal.
That movie was great. I loved the Galactus in that movie. It was just...
Oh my god, it was so good.
So
I
good.
I went to San Diego and I got to see all the suits live, and I didn't know they had an actual suit for Galactus the whole time. They filmed a lot of him live action and superimposed him
Superimposed it. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's really cool. I can't wait to get to... There's a run of Thor in the 3rd volume of the omnibus that Thor meets the Galactus. So I can't wait to get to that and see how that all plays out. That's something my daughter, she's my little one that helps me on the podcast. I'm sorry. I work for her on the podcast. She's the main star of the show. I do all
good, as it should be.
Right. I'm just the co-host and I do these interviews. She allows me to do these interviews. She's 11. But
that sounds about right for an 11-year-old.
Right. I asked her if she wanted to be on today, but she's playing and watching TV.
She hates me.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she does not hate you. She don't know you yet. And she's the first thing she asks, she's like, have I met her? And I'm like, no, not yet. I was like, but we'll meet her one day. And she's
the comics
okay.
I sent you aren't very kid-friendly.
They're not kid-friendly, right?
So that's what I expected.
I didn't show her any of your work yet. So
yeah,
I'll let her read the No Quarter one for sure. That one was really good.
Okay, cool. That's
Um,
my feminine rage comic, is what I call it. So
she'll love it then.
perfect, perfect.
But she started doing she made a whole like Harley outfit, and her and her mom, right? Her mom did a lot of the sewing and stuff, but she made it, and had the idea for it, and she actually won like uh judge's choice in a cosplay contest at a
That's
convention
awesome.
that she wasn't even wearing the whole thing. She just put the pants and the top on, like in the back seat of the
She
car,
didn't
and
even
went
have the
like,
giant hammer?
no, she didn't even have her hammer with her or anything, and she got best in show. I was like, if you would actually done your hair and the makeup and had your hammer, like, or
Oh,
bat, you probably
unstoppable.
would have won.
Yeah,
And
the
so
hard
now she's all in. She wants to do more.
perfect. The
So
hardest cosplay I've probably made to date that I actually finished was I did a full Mandalorian one.
okay,
Which I
we
I
need to
need to do
talk.
touch-ups on. Oh,
How did
okay.
you make it? Like the
I
helmet or the
the
hat?
helmet I got from a friend who does have a 3D printer.
Okay.
Otherwise it would have been foam. I do a lot of foam crafting. So the helmet and the gauntlets are 3D printed. The rest of the armor is all painted foam. I sewed the bodysuit myself. I did buy a belt because I don't know how to craft leather and things like that.
Now you
And
say foam. Like what kind of foam are we talking?
PVA foam. It's like, do I have any pieces around? I have my Mandalorian gun up there, which is all foam too, but if you
Is
just
it
look up,
like strong enough? I can look it up. Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah, it's like, it is strong enough, like it's a little squishy, kind of, but like, since it's like a light and plastic-based
it's not
material,
going to crumble.
it won't crumble. That's what's nice about it, is it's
Okay.
bendy, and you have
And
to
you can
paint it a
form it.
certain, you heat it up and you shape it, whatever. Here, I'll just show you. My Mandalorian gun that I made. Hold on. So, this guy, you can
Ooh.
cut it up
Wow.
and it all like Dremel sands really easily, so you can make it whatever shapes you wanted. Like my lines are a little rough on it, but like if you go far enough away, it looks
It looks
fine.
really good.
Thank you. There's a very nice tutorial on how to do it. But
Did you
you can
make it?
cut I
Or
did make it. Yeah, so this is all PVA foam and PVA pipes that I airbrushed. And you can cut
PVA?
it PVA. And you
Well,
can
because I've got this, I want to do, because I got the beard for it. I got this like a week ago, but I have an Odin action figure. I want to make like an
oh,
Odin outfit.
perfect. I
Because I already got
guarantee
the
you.
beard.
Yeah. I guarantee you there's probably on Etsy like Thor's chest plate patterns that you can make out of
Oh, yeah.
PVA foam that you can just edit to look like
Okay.
however Odin-y you want. So just look on Etsy for Thor foam patterns. I'm sure you'll find one.
See, this is an educational podcast. I love it.
It is.
This has been crazy.
Perfect.
What, I've got more fun questions, but what is something we haven't talked about that you want to talk about or need to talk about?
Or need to talk about. Uh,
Well, it's always one of those things I like to ask because like I would hate for anybody to be on the show and then like afterwards be like, "Oh, we didn't talk about whatever," right? And then, so I like to just ask cuz like he never asked me this question and I really wanted to talk about it, right? Or something.
no. It's not like a question, but I just want a lot more women in comics as a woman comic creator myself. It gets kind of shitty sometimes, or like seeing my favorite characters never written by women. So I think people should support a lot more women in comics and stop being mad to Stephanie for writing Daredevil, which is going to be awesome. I just know it.
What? I don't
Eh,
understand the hate.
it's
I love what she does with the hate though. Like she
oh
just
yeah,
fires right back with
I
these
know.
and
I know.
she eats it up. She's like, "Of course I'm a woman. Of course I'm bad at what I'm like. This is
I know.
fantastic."
She
Being
responded to my comment on
I'm
that
not a
video,
woman.
so
obviously, but I have 2 daughters, so I've always been a big, I dealt with that a lot with my oldest daughter trying to be in golf. Golf is a male dominated, area, especially in this area. And she fought that. It was a really hard struggle we had to fight through,
It's
as
a
well.
lot.
So
It's
I am
yeah,
understanding of those things and try to help with my daughters, getting them
for
into
sure.
comics and in this industry. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was like the thing that made me realize I need to like think about this more or just talk about it more was I didn't realize I did it till like 5 years ago maybe. But whenever I would open a comic book, I never bought comics for writers or specific artists for a while, so I just bought it off characters, and I always look at the writer's name and the penciler's name because those are the jobs I wanted, and I would always see if it was a woman, and it made me really sad whenever it wasn't. So it's like I always tried to look for myself in creative things that I liked. So just yeah, support more women in comics.
Well, we're gonna have Stephanie Williams on soon too, who just did the Wonder
Oh, she's
Woman, the two.
amazing.
So she's gonna
Yeah.
be on, I think, the end of March. Um, so that's gonna be cool. And then we had Stephanie on, we had you on. So, and you're welcome back. You can come back every week if you want. Just
Oh, we can
feed
do
me
that.
more V friends. But
I have a
that's
limited
amazing.
supply, but I'll do my best.
No, 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 I'm just kidding. You don't have to send anything. I just think it's really cool that you work on VeeFriends because I think that would be a cool, I don't know, just that whole group of people I think are amazing and actually trying to do the right things. You never hear any negative things coming out of that group, right?
We
So
do our best. So
it's, he makes good money and that's what matters. Um, well, cool. So I have some fun questions that are in that book that you already been asked, but this are just, our fun ones. Like, so who was your first, you may have already answered this. Who was your first favorite superhero or comic character?
my first favorite, oh, I so many. It changed like every week for a while there in elementary. It was usually either Spider-Man, the Hulk, or Wolverine were usually my favorites. And they would
Awesome.
just change spots.
Do you remember the first comic book you ever read?
It was definitely from my elementary library. It was probably Spider-Girl #1. Either that or
Had number
Power Pack.
one.
They had #1.
That used to
Yeah.
make me so mad when I was a kid. When I tried to find comics, I'd always find like one or five or two. You'd never find I could never find them in order. It
That's
used to
why
make me so
people like
mad.
trades.
Exactly. That's why I bought 8
I,
trades yesterday.
I know. It's rough out
um,
here.
it's rough out here. I'm trying to read the Immortal Thor that just finished. Because I'm reading the
Oh,
Mortal Thor now.
I only read issue 1 of that so far, so don't
Me
spoil
too.
anything.
That's all I've
Okay,
read of
okay,
the
we're in the same
Immortal
boat.
Thor. But I have 1 through 10, and then I found the trade for 11 through 15, and then I have like 22 through 25. So I'm still missing like 15 to 23 or a couple in there. Let's see here. If you could live in any comic universe, which would you live in?
Mm, that sucks because they make them all so dystopian now. I think
I
I'd
thought you'd say
pick.
VeeFriends.
No, sorry. I have favorites before them.
Gotcha.
Let me look at my shelf. Which one? I think I just okay, since he is my favorite, I'd pick the Hellboy universe, the Magnola-verse, if I could work for the BPRD. I'd
Okay.
be in their cryptozoology department. So
What'd you think of the Ron Perlman Hellboy? Did you like it?
it is why I like Hellboy now. So I love
I
Ron
love it.
Perlman in
Yeah, Ron
general. So
Perlman's awesome.
yeah.
If you could have
And
any superpower. Oh, go ahead. Did you want? Oh, okay. Sorry. If you could have any superpower, what would you choose?
It always changes too. Originally, I said super speed, and then I changed it to super strength. Then I said I wanted to be a rock mover, like you could move the earth like earthbenders. Um, I think today I will pick super strength because that sounds like a lot of fun.
I've been reading, I told you I've been reading The Journey into Mystery, and right now it's the Absorbent Man. Is like anything he touches, he gets the strength from it. So he touches a like stone building, he's the strongest stone. Or if he touches, like if Thor punches him, he gets Thor's strength, and it has the same strength as Thor. It's like
Yeah,
it never like
yeah,
equal.
like
It's
how do
always
you
an
beat
equal
him?
battle. Well, he
Yeah,
hasn't done it yet. So it's been like 18 issues, not 18. It's been like 8 issues. He's gotten
that's
rid of
still
him
too many.
twice. He's gotten rid of him twice and he's come back. Dang Loki. But anyway. Oh my goodness. And he was fighting Odin in the last issue. Like, it's crazy. Which comic book character would you want as your sidekick? So any character out there. It might just be, it might be your cat.
It could be my cat. Who would be a good sidekick? I'd need a lot of emotional support, so it's gotta be a good hype man. Can I just pick, like, Superman to be my sidekick?
Sure. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, the superest
Superman.
man.
The Superest Man. I
I
love
think
it.
he'd be awesome. Superman or She-Hulk, I think they'd be really nice to me,
Ooh.
and that's all I need.
She-Hulk would be awesome. She's a lawyer too.
She's a lawyer, so she could just help me with anything legal. I'd get
Right.
into
Your
so much trouble.
contracts.
Yeah,
No, I'm thinking like your contracts, your publishing stuff,
there we
that's
go.
I
Yeah.
had Gamal Hennessy on and he was I'm a total nerd for lawyer stuff for whatever reason. And like he's like, you're way too happy to have me on here. Like you like this way
Simmer
too
down.
much.
This is weird, dude. You're making it
Right.
weird.
I think I was. He's like, you are just crazy. That was pretty funny. If your life were a comic book, what would the title be?
Oh, you're still talking would probably be the title. Have you gone outside today? That'd be another good title. Yeah, I'm gonna go with, oh, she's still talking.
Oh, you're talking about, it's for yourself. Okay, I thought you
Yeah.
were asking like or saying that about other people.
No, that's for
Like,
me, personally.
gotcha. Hey, you talk all you want. This is a podcast. That's what you're supposed to do. And that's something else. Like, I'm very extroverted, and this has helped me with that too because I don't get a lot of human interaction because I work from home. And,
So rough some days. I have like a pool of friends that I like call and do like 3-hour phone calls with during the day now.
that's awesome.
I need
Are
yapping time, come on.
Right. I need a break from drawing VeeFriends. How many
So
are
hard
you
out
still
here.
working on VeeFriends?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sweet. Awesome.
So
When's
cool
what's
things
the next one
coming.
come out?
I don't know.
But you're not gonna tell me. Okay, fine.
They leave
What
me in the
can you
base.
tell me?
I don't know. So it's like I'm the artist, so I don't pay attention to the production schedule. And like I know my
Gotcha.
deadline, and that's it.
Gotcha.
So I'll convince DJ to come on, and he can tell you.
Perfect. You let him know that you found a VeeFriend fan in the wild, and he
Perfect.
actually opened a VeeFriend book on your. I'll make a reel of it.
That would be great. They'd love to share that.
That would be awesome. I think I've gone on their whatnot shows and bought few of these.
Oh yeah. I've been on one when I was in New
Were you?
York. Yeah, just one.
Sweet. The one at the booth, or
It wasn't at the booth, it was in the office. I went and watched when they were at the Whatnot booth.
also have the little giraffe.
Oh, he's so cute.
I have I don't know where it is. My daughter hid it. We have the astronaut too somewhere.
Who's your favorite V friend?
Probably the astronaut at the moment, I think, or the
Oh,
zombie.
that's good you like that one.
What, the astronaut?
Yeah,
Why?
I won't tell
Oh,
you.
oh, interesting.
Well,
How much trouble am I in now? Are you gonna have to
None.
kill me after this? Am I gonna have like an
Yeah,
SUV
I
show up?
do. Yeah, sorry, Age. I gotta.
Well, folks, it's been real. It's been fun. I tried to make a go at this podcast thing, but
Yeah. He knows too much now.
well, this has been amazing. Is there anything else you want to cover? You can go in a little bit more about your book and when it's
Sure.
coming or try to.
I can try. We'll be launching.
Because when this launches, it will be live.
Yes.
So
I don't know when the end date of the live will be, but you better go support it. We have a lot of cool things planned for it. If you don't like reading the book, I have my friend Trent doing a lot of voice acting for it. So we're releasing a lot of
Ooh,
videos where he's live reading it, and he's a phenomenal voice actor.
that's
So if
cool.
you just want some cool sneak peeks of it, those are all over my socials. We're planning what our stretch goals are. You'll see those when the issue releases. When the podcast release, there we go. I'm only used to talking about comic books.
I do it all the time. I call it episodes or, series.
I'm
I'm all over the place.
I'm
I
trying,
don't know the
yeah.
terms.
Everyone gets it. But I'm really excited. I worked on it for way longer than I should have. It's the first comic I've made where I feel like I really found like my coloring style and my line art like together with themselves. So I feel like it's a good representation of me, and it's like my first published horror work, which I'm really excited about. So if you like religious themed horror and cowboys, stop on by.
This is for you.
This
And
is really for you.
and it's called The Devil in the Herd, right?
The Devil in the Herd.
And it's coming to Kickstarter. It's live on Kickstarter right now when I release this episode. So go check it out. The links will be in the description. I've already backed it by then.
He better have. I'll know if he doesn't.
Yeah, my name. Now I'm obligated, right? Which is fine. I'll get a refund from Mike somewhere. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be like, Mike, Kate made me back this. Please help me.
She's in my house right now with a gun, please.
She sent an SUV full of people because she told me too much about VeeFriends. Help. No, so go check it out. Check out our VeeFriends books. They're awesome. It's amazing to me just because Gary Vee's been a part of my life for 10 years. As many people I've talked to, very few that I've interviewed or talked to on here know who VeeFriends is or who Gary Vee is. So
well, I didn't before they hired me, so
where can people get your previous work or books?
I will have my Etsy store back up soon.
Okay.
You can read all of my VeeFriends comics for free on the website if you don't want to buy them. Think I have an Amazon link to my graphic novel Refrigerator Girl out. If you're in the Seattle area, you can come see me at my Emerald City Comic Con booth in row N at booth 8. And I'll have a bunch of prints out and a bunch of comics and a mouth that won't shut up. So
awesome. We will definitely have to make a convention that you're at sometime. I will try to, get a booth.
I gotta plan them better. I really do.
Well, if you need help, let me know. I'll figure out if there's anything I can do to help you. But this has been amazing. I appreciate you being on, agreeing to be on, another Invader guest, and go back to Kickstarter. I can't speak.
What's
now.
Kickstarter?
I don't know. Let's start it. That's where the next VeeFriends.
There we go.
You got to be a member of Kickstarter to be able to buy the next issue of Gary VeeFriends.
Perfect. That sounds like something he would do.
Right?
Actually.
Yeah, I didn't say it because that's really what will happen next week. But thank you so much for being on. I really enjoyed this. Thank you.
Of course, it's been awesome.
Hey, comic creators, artists, writers, world builders, this is your call to action. Here at Talking Comics, we love diving into the stories behind the stories. Whether you're just starting out or you've been in the game for years, we want to hear your journey, your creative process, and what fuels your imagination. So, ready to talk comics with us? Message us or hit the link in our bio and be a guest on Talking Comics. Trying to start a podcast but feeling stuck? At Aquadio, we help creators make waves with everything you need to bring your voice to life. Hosting, recording, editing, and marketing. Whether you're starting from scratch or just need a little help polishing your sound, we're here to hydropower your creativity. Comment on this video or DM us today and let's dive in.